Hello, everyone, and thank you for showing up for yourself. We are on day 4 of our journey, and today I'm gonna speak about obstacles. In your current reality, you are more or less far away from your desire. Like any road in life, most likely it won't be linear and smooth and everything going the way you like and in the rhythm that you desire. So, on the way there, most probably you'll encounter some obstacles and some challenges. They will show up not to stop you, but to point to you what you have to work on. And we're gonna have inner obstacles and challenges and outer ones. They are interconnected. Sometimes it's easy for us to see inner challenges like fear or negative self-talk, but there are more deeper patterns that we won't be able to see it. And these patterns will show up in our life reality, in our circumstances, in our relationships, to point us exactly to the source, to the cause of this pattern, so we can see it, acknowledge it, integrate it, change it. I'll give an example. If you're facing a betrayal, look where you are betraying yourself by accepting breadcrumbs, by prioritizing others over yourself, where you do what is expected of you, not what you really want, what you truly want to do. As within, so without, they say. That is the meaning. If we are changing our inside, then our outside circumstances will align. Because the circumstances we are right now, they are the consequences of the decision we made in the past. And we made those decisions from the identity we used to have in that moment. Once we acknowledge these patterns and we change it within ourselves, our new identity will react in a different way, will decide in a different way, becoming the cause that will generate effects in the future. When you are the cause and you're taking conscious, aligned decisions, the effects will show up in your life and the circumstances will change. That's the meaning of law, cause and effect law, and the mirror of the outside world. The first inner obstacles that I would like to address and I would like to ask you to remove is the inner critic and fear. Those are our inner enemies that most of the time are holding us back from achieving things. The inner critic that everybody says to remove it, unfortunately, it cannot be removed. It's part of our ego, it's part of who we are. And it's a part of us that we call it the shadow. Parts of us that we don't want to see, they haven't been acknowledged, we've been suppressing and pushed down. More we push it down, more power they get, and more they will burst in moments less expected. Once the inner critic show up, and you don't push it down, you see it, you acknowledge it, it can be integrated and it can become a very useful tool. How we do that? So my inner critic shows up and says, you can't do this. Instead of saying, oh, shut up, leave me alone, I will do it anyway, and I will push through, and I will fight, and I will get to it, and go against that part of myself, I will stop and I will ask him, why not? Because you're lacking this skill and you're not having this resource. Oh, you're right. Brilliant idea. I will go develop this skill and I will think about how I'm gonna get this resource. In that way, that part that's been suppressed is gonna be seen, validate, acknowledge, integrate, and actually will become a source of intel. Usually the inner critic is not a liar. He's saying the truth if you're asking why. Yeah, most people, especially the ones struggling with weight, yeah, they will look in the mirror and they will say, "Oh, you're fat." Yeah, and that's very harsh. That's a very harsh affirmation to put on your body, a very heavy energy. But then you can go like, "So what? I gain a few kilos." Yeah, do you have any suggestion? What can I do about it? And the inner critic will say, "Oh, maybe you should stop snacking after midnight. Or maybe you should try that diet that we've seen on the website 3 days ago." Yeah, so it will become a source of knowledge instead of a part of yourself that will cause self-sabotage. Fear, on the other side, can only be broken by action. We can try to dig deeper and see what is the issue behind this fear, like fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of success. You can dig deeper, but the fear will still have a good grip on you if you're not breaking it by action. The only way fear can be broke is by action. And it doesn't have to be a really big action. Yeah, it can be a small action that you're doing constantly, yeah, every day. And like that you'll diminish the intensity of the fear. I was afraid to put myself on the websites. I was afraid to put myself on media. I couldn't explain why, because I'm usually an outgoing person and it's easy for me to socialize and I like to speak with people and I feel comfortable in front of a big crowd. But here somehow something was having this grip in me. And sometimes I was feeling this fear in my body, like something terrifying. Like my body was freezing. I've never felt that. I felt fight or flight, but never this freeze. So I couldn't put my finger on it, on why. I discovered just a few days ago. But anyway, I took action. I signed up to a coach class, and in this coach class, in this training, we got assignments. So I decided to do all my assignments in video format. And day by day, the fear diminished and got lower and lower, and for me it became more natural and more easy to sit here and speak for you. So don't let the fear hold you back. Take action. Action, 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 action until you won't feel it anymore. The third type of obstacles I would like to talk about are circumstances that sometimes feels out of our control. Maybe you had to cut off somebody who you thought is essential for your plan, but didn't show up in a proper way or didn't deliver the results that you are needing. Or maybe you're facing obstacles like an authorization from the bureaus for functioning of your company. And these things, it looks like is not in your power. And in these moments, you may be discouraged. Please don't quit. Sometimes we start feeling frustration and anger because things are not going the way we predicted or the way we wanted or as fast as we wanted. So don't quit your plan. take a break, calm down, recenter yourself, go out, have some fun, relax, forget about it, and then come back. Come back in a center mood, in a calm way, and remember your goal. Okay, I faced this challenge, and I faced this challenge, I failed this challenge, and I feel like I'm stuck here. Just revisit your plan and see what adjustments you have to do. See what needs to be changed inside yourself so the circumstances rearranged. Like I said at the beginning, my desire was to find true love. And in the way I was describing true love at the beginning of the program, true love was connected to having a partner to love me and cherish me and respect me and appreciate me and be loyal and be faithful. Yeah. Once I start facing obstacles, like I was dating and this guy was showing me misrespect. Yeah, I understood that he's mirroring that I'm not respecting myself. And like I said yesterday, I understood how I should show up in myself and in my life to embody this self-respect. I start respecting more my energy, my time, to whom I'm willing to give, showing up and checking this balance, if the relationship is balanced, if I'm giving and receiving the same thing. Yeah. The same, I was facing obstacles in dating. Yeah, this guy was showing me he's not loyal. Yeah, okay. Where in my life I'm not loyal to myself? And on this process, I was reshaping myself. And in the end of the program, I realized that I got fulfilled my desire of true love. But not by asking it from somebody else, but by finding it within myself and learning how to give myself that love I was desired, that loyalty, that devotion, and that respect that I was asking from a partner. And for me it was beautiful and it was successful. I manifested true love. I was asking for true love. I didn't ask for a partner, I was asking for true love. And I got true love. So, like I said, when you have challenges, return to your plan, return to your desires, review, reconnect with your emotions, and see what needs to be changed, what needs to be replaced or adjust in the plan and in yourself. And imagine again, like you already arrived in point B, reconnect with that person and see how he's acting, what he's liking, what he's doing, how he's behaving. Because in that moment, you are taking that energy to shift you. And if it's outer circumstances, ask for help. Ask for guidance from the Creator, Universe, Allah, however you call Him. Ask for a sign. Look up for information. See which person can help you overcome that obstacle. While, if it's possible, keep in secret your end goals. If you're looking for something like a material resource or funding, then you might need to reveal your project or your plan for other people to help you. But doing in a gentle way. Ask first the person, do you know anything about this kind of projects? Do you know how I can get this kind of resource? They might not know, but they might redirect you to somebody else. So you don't have to tell them your whole plan to be revealed your end goal, but just the part that you're requiring help with. And if you have a problem asking for help from people, look where you have problem receiving and acknowledge that somewhere along the way you helped others, and it's okay to ask others for help now. It's okay to give help freely and to receive with grace and gratitude. So ask for help with confidence and trust. Maybe the first person you'll go to, it will be no. But you already send the signal in the universe calling in help. So keep going. You ask another person, you ask the third person. Usually when I was asking for help, the third or fourth person was already giving it to me. Or sometimes I was stopping asking after the third person. I was like, okay, maybe it's not the time, maybe these were not the right persons. And then somebody else was showing up, sometimes strangers, most of the time strangers, that they were able to help me and they were willing to do it and they were happy to do it. So keep your faith, keep your trust, keep your confidence up, and ask for what you need. I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Have a blessed night.